Hello. So today we're going to do a sequence building up to our peak pose of crow pose, Bakasana. But we will start down on our backs for this. So come down onto your back and then just draw the knees in towards the chest, taking a little rock from side to side, starting to connect with the breath. And then come to stillness, taking the hands onto the kneecaps, keeping their big toes touching, and we'll take some hip circles. So taking the knees wide, pressing them away, and then drawing back into the chest. So starting to work into the hips. And then taking it in the other direction. Coming back, drawing the knees together, and then we'll move into a happy baby. So extend the feet to the sky, take the feet about shoulder distance or maybe a little wider, and then bend the knees so the knees come down to the outside of the rib cage. Hands come to the outside of the feet, but almost drawing the elbows to the inside of the legs, and then you want to draw the knees down towards the mat as you flex the feet and almost press the feet up towards the ceiling. So trying to lower the tailbone down towards the mat. Again, feeling that stretch through the hips, hip flexors, maybe taking a little rock from side to side, relaxing the shoulders. And then bring the knees together, take the knees back into the chest and just take some circles with the knees, massaging the lower back, going in one direction and then the other. Coming back to center and placing the hands around the backs of the thighs, and just take some rolls along the length of your mat, keeping the chin tucked into the chest. So rolling backwards and forwards. And then the next time you find yourself at the top of the mat, come into Navasana, our boat pose. So lifting the shins up so they're parallel with the mat, opening across the chest. You can keep hold of the backs of the legs, or if you're feeling okay, release the hands so the core muscles are doing the work, and then maybe straightening one leg and then the other, breathing in and out. Cross the ankles and then draw the feet close towards the hips so that you can roll over, come to all fours. So stacking the shoulders over the wrists, fingers are spread, knees are hip distance, and we'll just circle the shoulders around the wrists, just pressing down into all four corners of the hands. Might feel the core muscles starting to engage as well as you come forwards, and then take it back in the other direction. Coming back to center, and then just turning one palm up, stretching out the back of the wrist, and then the other. Do that a couple more times, just stretching through the back of the wrist. And then come back to your all fours position. We'll take a couple of cat-cow stretches. So dropping the belly down towards the mat, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, press the mat away, tailbone tucks under. Inhaling for cow, exhaling for cat. Inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back to a neutral spine, tuck the toes under, send the hips high and come into a downward dog. So giving the head a bit of a shake, feet a bit of a pedal, and then come high up onto tiptoes, ripple forwards into plank. Drop the knees down, untuck the toes, bend the elbows, but keep the elbows close towards you or close to the rib cage as you lower all the way down. Inhaling, lifting up to a cobra, and then making your way back to downward dog, either straight to downward dog or come through all fours first, and then send the hips high. Breathing in and out. And then keeping the left foot down on the mat, sweep the right leg up to the sky. Take the right knee to the outside of the right elbow, top of the right arm, and then extend it back to a three-legged dog. This time bring the right knee into the chest and then step the right foot up towards the right thumb. Keep the left hand down and the back knee lifted, and then take the right arm up to the sky. Release the right hand down, framing the front foot, and then lift up to your high lunge. So extending the fingers up towards the ceiling, pressing the back heel away, and then open out, warrior two. Reverse the front palm, reverse the warrior, reaching back. And then come back to warrior two. Place the right forearm onto the right thigh. Take the left arm up to the sky. And then start to reach it forwards. And then place the left hand down onto the mat so it's in line with the right foot. Turn onto the back toes. And then take the right arm up to the sky for a twist. Lower the back knee down to the mat. Lift up to a wide arm twist. And then bring the hands together, hooking the left elbow over the front leg, finding a prayer twist. So just gazing over the right shoulder. And then taking the gaze down towards the front foot, trying to keep this prayer position as much as you can. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, and step the back foot to join the front. So into your twisted chair at the top of the mat. Option to open the arms. And then bring the hands back together. Reach the arms forwards, coming into chair pose. And then press through the feet. Come all the way up to standing. Inhaling and then exhaling, folding forwards. Take the hands to the mat. Hands to shins, lift the chest. Exhale, fold, stepping back into your downward dog. From downward dog, this time keeping the right foot down on the mat, sweep the left leg up to the sky. Take the left knee to the outside of the left arm. And then take it back, three-legged dog. This time, left knee into the chest, high up onto the back toes, and then step the left foot forwards up towards the left thumb, keeping the back knee lifted. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And then release the hands to frame the front foot. Take the arms up to the sky for your high lunge, squeezing the tops of the legs together. And then open out, warrior two. Reverse the front palm, Reverse the warrior. And then come back, warrior two, placing the left forearm onto the front thigh, right arm up to the sky. And then maybe reaching that arm towards the tip of the mat. And then lowering the right hand down to the mat. Turning onto the back toes. Left arm up to the sky for a twist. And then release the right knee down to the mat. Lifting up to a wide arm twist. Squeezing the tops of the legs together. And then bring the hands together. Hooking the right elbow or top of the right arm over that front leg. Getting as much of that arm over as you can. Hands pressing towards each other, gazing over the left shoulder. And then turn your gaze to the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. And then step the back foot to join the front, trying to keep that prayer position. So twisting into your chair pose, option to open the arms. And then bring the hands together, reach the arms forwards into chair, and then press through the feet, come all the way up to standing. Bring the hands together, take the hands to the heart center. Just take a couple of breaths in and out through the nose. And then opening up the eyes. Heel toe the feet out so they're about mat width, with the toes pointing out, heels slightly in, so as if you were a clock, you're about 10 to 2. And then bending the knees, start to come down into a squat. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then lower the left arm down, reach the right arm up to the sky. And then switching sides. So I'll just turn to face you, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up to the sky. And then come back to center. So we'll move into our crow pose. So place the hands down in front of you, almost reaching them as far forward as you can, rounding out the back, releasing the head and the neck. And then start to press through the hands, lifting the hips. Turn the feet so they're parallel. And then come high up onto the tiptoes. Lower the heels back down. Again, come high up onto tiptoes and then release. Inhale high up onto tiptoes. Bend the knees and start to bend the elbows. So you want to place the knees to the backs of the elbows, or a little higher up towards the armpits if that's accessible. And then taking the weight forwards. So it's easier to lift the feet if the knees are onto the backs of the elbows rather than the side. But that might just be enough just to find that balance. You can always place the cushion down in front if you're frightened of toppling forwards. If you're coming into the full pose, lifting high, bending the knees, bending the elbows, placing the knees onto the backs of the elbows or up towards the armpits. Keep sending the weight forwards rather than down, and then the feet will just lift away from the mat, almost clawing at the mat with the fingertips. Breathing in and out, and then coming back to your squat position. Sink the hips down to the mat and then extend the legs in front. So give the legs a bit of a shake. It's quite a short flow towards crow, so you can always add in some other warm-up moves beforehand. And then draw the knee into the chest, wrap the arm around that front knee, take the right hand behind, flexing the left foot. And then coming back to center, extending the right leg, drawing the left knee in towards the chest, wrapping that right arm around the front leg, left hand behind, flexing the right toes this time. And then coming back to center, draw both knees in towards the chest, wrap the hands around the shins, release the forehead down towards the mat, down towards the knees. And then lifting up, crossing the legs, reaching the arms up towards the sky as you inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Thank you very much. Well done. So you can have another practice of crow, just building up, maybe just taking one foot off at a time. But hope you enjoy it. Thank you.